So then let's take these ideas into the opening of the poem, the beginning of the poem. Now this poem is a journey. It's a free journey where the narrator wanders through. And while the narrator is free to wander, everything he sees, in every person, everything he sees, imprisonment. So as he wanders, he sees all of the ways that people are trapped. First things he notices and spots out to us are the chartered streets near where the chartered Thames does flow. Now, if something is chartered, let's go literally first. If something is chartered, it is owned and controlled, usually for profit. So if you had a trade route where you went to collect spices or collect tea, for example, you would create a charter, which would give you a route through the sea and to a country, and you would kind of take ownership and control of that place and the route so that you could get that product back to England and make as much profit as possible. So chartering is a way of creating ownership and control of something, usually so that you can make money from it. And as he wanders through the streets, he sees that the streets are chartered, they're kind of under this governmental control. And he also notices that the Thames is chartered. So if everything is chartered, everything seems owned and controlled. Now he could have said the chartered people, he could have said the chartered buildings, but he said the street and he said the Thames. So these images are significant because he repeats chartered, so we know that there's something significant happening here. And I want you to think about what street and Thames would represent. So the street is where the people live, isn't it? So the street really is a manifestation of the people. They've chartered the street literally, but metaphorically, it's almost as if they've chartered the people. They've owned and controlled the people. It represents the imprisonment of the people. They're owned and controlled really by the government. And this chartering, it doesn't just end at the people. Also, we notice that the chartered Thames is chartered. Now, what's the Thames a manifestation of? It's a river. It's the main river in London, and it is one of the main kind of places for trade of the entirety of England. So it is a key place for profit to make money. And the Thames has been charted, it's been controlled. It's a manifestation of nature. So both the people and nature have been imprisoned. But he says where the chartered Thames does flow, there's a juxtaposition here between the word chartered and the word flow. Because what does flow mean? Flow is a free and easy movement. If something flows, it is liberated. So the chartered Thames and people, I guess, should be liberated, should be free. But they're not. So what symbolically is Blake trying to say about the government and by proxy these powerful institutions? If they're creating imprisonment where there should be liberation, they are imprisoning, restricting, limiting, and controlling the people. And this behaviour is oppressive. So Blake, he is critical here. He is criticising how powerful institutions are imprisoning, restricting, and limiting the freedom and liberation that naturally should be there. People and nature should naturally be free, but instead they are being oppressed. And that is the main first point that William Blake is trying to make.